Oftentimes when I am browsing Reddit and I find these horrific stories, I share them with my friends. Some of my friends are more blue-pilled than others, and these friends who still live in the Disney version of reality are the ones that, when I read stories about women at bachelorette parties cheating on their husbands-to-be, call these women names like whore or slut. I always leave them to their opinion, as it is no use trying to persuade people otherwise, but when enough examples stack up, it begins to suggest that it is not the minority but instead is the norm. In terms of what I mean women who cheat during their bachelorette parties. Not just the bride-to-be but her friends who attend the party. Bachelorette parties are odd things. They generally are drunken, sexually charged evenings with male strippers and encouraging friends. This night takes place before being betrothed to one man for the rest of their lives. I have a story from Reddit that reveals the sort of thing that could happen to you or your friends if you were to be married and your partner was to have a bachelorette party. The key word there being could. I'm not saying it will happen, but we will look at this more after this story. How I found this story is of note. I was reading a post where a man was saying his wife was acting odd after her bachelorette party, and he was asking people whether they agreed she might have cheated. One person commented and shared the story I am going to read today. It was quite the moment, reading one bleak post for somebody to post another bleaker post in the comments. The post begins. I don't know how to explain all of this. Basically, I was snooping around last night when I saw my fiancée's phone go off. It was a message from her friends about her party. I stayed up like one of those stalkers you see on TV, and I have been checking the computer and Facebook messages with her friends. From my snooping, I found out she cheated during her bachelorette party. End quote. To interrupt here, I want to say that he doesn't explain anything about the relationship or how long they were together. I think it's not needed though. I think this because why the hell is he so keen to do snooping? Clearly he didn't trust her and felt he had to investigate. The post continues. By cheating I don't mean getting a striptease or something, which I would be okay with. I understand it's a bachelorette party. But she actually gave a stripper oral sex and ended up going home with another guy that night. End quote. Unbelievable. It's truly incredible. I can understand why men get such red pill rage. I have had my trouble with red pill rage in the past, but these days I've read enough of these stories, heard enough of them in real life, and seen how lives are destroyed through putting the utmost trust into women and marriage. After a while you begin to expect cheating and lying. If you expect something, it cannot anger you once it is revealed to be true, as you had already expected it all along. The post continues. She has this other guy added on Facebook, but the chat merely consists of a "had a good time and it was nice to meet you" conversation. This conversation dates back to the bachelorette party. I have however read the messages between her and her friends. They have a small group. I found out what she had done there. It all seems as if it was a one-time thing that happened then, but I'm a mess. I haven't slept all night and she is heading for work in an hour or so when she wakes up. It's almost 6 a.m. here. I don't know what to do. We are supposedly getting married in 3 weeks. End quote. Isn't it telling how she can sleep soundly next to her partner knowing what she has done? I'm sure if he confronted her it would be turned back onto him and would be his fault. Most likely the usual excuse of "you weren't paying me enough attention" or "you don't make me feel very loved at the moment." He continues. I am thinking of simply packing all my bags after she is gone to work and just leaving the flat. It's her family's flat anyway. We were planning on buying a house, having kids, growing old. End quote. He's actually been very fortunate here. In the short term it is painful. In the long term, he has learned a valuable red pill lesson. He has learned that he should be guarded. He has lost time, but other than that he hasn't lost anything else. Imagine if he wasn't aware of this and in 9 months' time he is raising a stripper's child, then paying alimony for this child when she decides she wants to revisit the clubs at 44 and begin sleeping with other men. The post continues. I feel I want to throw all of that out the window. I am sitting here smelling like alcohol, feeling drunk and depressed. I don't know why, but I'm more of a angry depressed than sad depressed. I haven't cried since I found out about all of this. Should I confront her? Should I just get out? Should I hear her side of the story? Honestly, I want to just go and stomp her face in right now, but I don't want to do something irrational. The post ends with an edit saying he will leave when she goes to work. I understand his anger. Men are loyal. We have 2000 years of history where we fought in wars for factions. We are brought up to be loyal to our friends, country and of course our family. Often when I see a man cheating, it is because his wife has become overweight, disinterested in sex, or just straight up abusive. I almost understand why he looks for sex outside of his marriage despite not condoning it. Women, however, are given the world by men and decide they are bored with it. I would avoid marriage, and if you are going to get married, get a prenup, work on yourself, stay in shape, keep your house and money separate, and always prepare for it to blow up. Do all this just in case it does. When your wife goes to her bachelorette party, brace yourself for the reality that this can happen. Do you really think this man proposed to this woman thinking she would do this to him? Thanks for listening. Monday cheating wife https://